Hey everyone. So I have a couple of observations based on some recent stuff that's happened. So I went out to farmfest this week and talked to some people. And it was quite interesting because everybody I talked to um, had no clue about the reality of the criminal justice system and other things in Minneapolis. And most of them said they were for law and order and the Constitution and stuff. When I explained to them how it's been not fairly applied and how officers think that they were above the law, they brought up the coronavirus stuff, how businesses were being shut down. Some of these farmers have had their businesses basically shut down because of corporate ag and whatever else. A lot of them are being basically run off their property due to corporate ag, having their ability to survive basically decimated. And they were actually saying a lot of the same concerns about politics and whatever else that I've heard from people in the cities. The politicians are a bunch of talking heads, basically a bunch of jokesters that don't even represent them. They only represent the loudest money in the room and the loudest voices in the room, and those aren't always representative of everybody. You know, actually one of the 90-year-old farmers I talked to said he'd rather have Americans from the cities or of any minority group, whatever else, become farmers rather than having to hire people with visas from other countries. The DNR was very open to creating up programs for people in the cities to be able to get out and experience nature. They were flabbergasted that some kids haven't been able to ever go fishing or shoot a gun or whatever else. And they were flabbergasted, and one of them was a DNR instructor. He's like, kids don't get to do that? I'm like, no, you shoot a BB gun in Twin Cities, you get locked up. Real change can happen, y'all. We just all got to band together and realize who the true enemy is. Okay, these officers are not trained appropriately. Okay, with that recent incident on 94, I'm a law enforcement student down here at MSU in Mankato. I follow Police One. I follow a lot of law enforcement training. I'm a military vet. I did 10 years in the Navy as a medic. Okay, a corpsman for both the Navy, and then I also worked with the Marines as well. Yeah, their tactic, they're gonna kill somebody, fellow officer, like they did with No. They are not concerned about their life or anybody else's life. Okay, let's just get down to brass tacks here about the Minneapolis shooting. Okay, first of all, you have 3 officers, right? They pull up. As soon as they realize he has a warrant, I guarantee you they already have his background as far as he's fleeing before. There's a way to de-escalate that they didn't use, okay? And the way is this: you're honest with the fucking suspect. Excuse my language. You're honest with them, okay? Hey, we ran your info. It came back, yes, you have a warrant. We need to discuss some stuff with you. Is there any way we can pull off the freeway further? We are going to have an officer pull in front of you, and we can either escort you to a parking lot that's well lit and recorded, and we can have that discussion, or we can do it here. Okay? The warrant was out of Ramsey County. Easiest way to do that, call a Ramsey County sheriff's officer, right? And you say, hey, can you meet us at this location? You bring that gentleman to that location, and you say, hey, do you have a family that can pick up your vehicle? We need to take you in, and we need you to deal with this warrant. Yeah, that probably would have turned out totally differently, man. Okay, instead, here's what happened. Okay, Police One, if you look at their training, says, don't get in the dang vehicle. Okay, don't reach into the vehicle. Don't reach for the keys. They lied to the guy. He has to have a warrant. No, you don't. Okay, and then I never heard them say he's under arrest. If my ears are bad, I'm hard of hearing. I heard him say it's a lawful order. But he's asking, he said, you guys have pulled some funny stuff in the past, can I just know what's happening? That was this gentleman's only question. Okay, now my daughter, I had to take her away her license because she has anxiety. My main fear was she would run from the cops if she got pulled over or argue with the cops. And that's not the place to be doing it, at the side of the damn road. Okay, I revoked my daughter's license because of that. Okay, she recently got it reinstated and we're going to try again. That fear for me was known to my daughter's wife. Okay, with everything that's gone up in the cities and all the wrongful arrests and convictions and everything else that I've been looking into, because they'll railroad anybody through if it's politically expedient. Okay, the judicial system gives no craps. They have judges that are corrupt as hell, get money off of stuff. They even have judges that'll say, hey, the last day of a jury, that they need to go with the majority rather. And they can't say that. They've literally said that. Okay, I am not joking. These are cases I've reviewed. Y'all need to listen, and you need to listen pretty damn quick. Okay, because you ever look at what happened in Germany, and they said, how come nobody said anything when they were coming for these people or that people? You know what? You're going to be the last motherfuckers on the list. Okay? So by the time they come for your rights, if you're a white guy like me, you know what? There's going to be no one coming to defend you. Okay? I've been railing on about this since for a long time. Okay? The Patriot Act is bullshit. The overreach of our rights is bullshit, and we're okay as long as it's getting the other guy. You know, everybody from the Trump side was all okay as long as the FBI was whisking away people in Portland in unmarked vehicles and shit like that. You know, no. The rule of law still applies. You don't want the law to apply to your opponent. Guess what? It's not going to apply to you, and that's the way the state works. Any power you give to the state, they can and will use against you. Wake up. Don't be a dumb son of a gun. And we can all do this together. Okay? We all need to wake up. We all need to realize what the system's heading towards. Because they're playing 3D chess and we're only playing 2D. If that. You want to know what's coming? Okay? They're using this. The police did a pullback. Hey, Kroll said it. I have video. I just got to get somebody to edit. You know, other people have said it too. The police are pulling back. Why? Because they're only patrolling certain neighborhoods. They want the crime to get to a certain point where it causes a reaction. Okay, what's that reaction going to be? They've been using that to militarize the police force. Okay, during the George Floyd riots, they were rolling out systems that I was against. They used troops on U.S. streets, which I am against posse comitatus. Okay, the Orwellian systems that they're trying to roll out. They're trying to roll out the robot dogs. They're trying to roll out you can't leave your house unless it's okay. If you don't wake your freaking asses up, we're all in this together. We're fucked. Okay, and I don't care if you're left or right. You know who I'm for? I'm for we the people. And I don't care who we the people are. Anybody that's awake enough to say that the system's screwed up, I'm with you. Period. End of discussion.